magandang umaga. Good morning, everyone. This is the Voice Master of the Philippines, Pocholo De Leon Gonzalez. And right now, I'm with my very good friend and of course, one of my co-speakers in one of the ASEAN convention that's being held here in the Philippines. Of course, the man behind Future Ready Asia. Yes, the one and only, one of the self-made entrepreneur with a social intent to reach out to the youth for the youth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mr. Delaine Lim.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Delaine. So, how are you? So, how's your stay here in the Philippines?
Philippines, as usual, is the infamous traffic, but it's getting better with the new road plans by your new president.
Yeah, we have actually a better president than before. Anyway, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you should know more about our guest for today because he is one of my idol. Even I'm older than him, but I can say he's one of the epitome of greatness and excellence of young ASEAN or Asian youth. Okay, Delaine, can you tell us more about yourself and how you started with these advocacies?
Well, I must first say that I'm not a very good speaker like my good friend here that is interviewing me. Well, my name is Delaine. I run this organization called Future Ready Asia. I think one of the aim is to reach out for young people, through young people, to get them ready for the future. And I used to run an organization called Agape Group Holdings that deals with leadership, youth empowerment, as well as character building. And we realized that it is important that the future lies in the hands of our young people. So I think when I look at the future is uncertain. I think we all agree that the future is uncertain. But more importantly, can we predict the future? I don't think we can predict the future, but certainly we hope that young people can create a future, and the future will be the creation of the ideas of all these young people.
Yeah, I believe, George Washington said the best way to predict the future is to create it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And right now, today is the future actually. Do you believe so?
Today is the future, tomorrow is the future.
Yeah.
We don't know what is going to happen in the future, but certainly we definitely prepare ourselves for the future. With technology coming in fast and furious, with machinery, with technology, with artificial intelligence, we are somehow also worried about the future, whether the future will be taken over by technology or artificial intelligence. So therefore, when we run Future Ready Asia, one of the main focus is helping young people to go back to the basic of humanity, the basic of interplaying their disciplines. We all know that young people, they are jack of all trades, but many of them are master of none. So we are worried that the future is not just about being jack of all trades, but you need to be able to interplay all these traits to discover the master of one or two of the core skills that you have.
Wow, that's great. Actually, that's true because a lot of people are, they are jack of all trades but master of none. But I believe you can also be a jack of many trades and master of many too. Because right now, you cannot just focus in one thing. It's just like, for example, you're in a call center, you just do call center thing. But at least I believe that everyone has greatness within. So they should nurture or get the best out of them by, developing it.
Of course, one of the main objective is to help them to discover their core master skills. Just like we have this one interesting core value called the value of meanings. We all love Magnum ice cream, right? We just have Magnum ice cream.
Yes, thank you for.
So there are people who don't like Magnum ice cream, but we don't exclude them in our community because they have differences. Likewise, when you like Magnum ice cream and I like Magnum ice cream, the motivation behind why we take Magnum ice cream or why we eat Magnum ice cream is different. I eat it because it is a good brand ice cream. You eat it because you like the taste of the ice cream. So when we look at the young people, we want to help young people understand that we are different. Every young people that we deal with today are all different. But more importantly, we also need to help them to look at what is similar. what is worth celebrating that is similar. It could be our ideology, it could be the way we manage things, it could be our hobbies, it could be our interests. So therefore it is important for young people to be able to interplay the disciplines of what they know into something what we call a core skill.
That's a great idea, Delane. Okay, so to our listeners, what is the best tip that you can tell them, especially the young people, how to prepare for the future?
Rule number one, don't wait for the future. Because when you wait for the future is so fast that you don't even know that whether you are prepared for it. Rule number two, you need to create your future. You need to decide what do you want to do in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time. The future may not be just technology. As what I always believe in is going back to basic humanity. Going back to be able to do handshakes, going back to be able to say hello, to be able to say sorry, to be able to say thank you. Because today we are living in a world that's so digitized that even saying sorry, we say it through our Facebook messaging, and we put it on a sad face or a smiley icon. We don't want our basic humanity to be replaced using just symbols, but more on words, actions, hugs, and even words of affirmation.
Especially the empathy, no?
Well, the empathy portion is one. You realize that if you look at the very interesting research that has been done back in Asia, 90% of our relationship breakup is through WhatsApp and Facebook messaging. And that is very sad. Why? Because I think we have lost that human touch of the ability to deal with problems face to face and the relational manner.
Especially the love. Because a lot of relationship was created and started on Facebook and ended up in Facebook.
And that is a very sad truth. And therefore, Future Ready Asia aims to not just to correct it, but to help young people to understand that technology is here to stay. But more importantly, that human relationship will last. And that is something that we want our young people to understand, that technology is not the future, it's part of the future, but basic humanity is one of the key elements that we should focus on in the future.
Wow, that's a great message for the young people. Anyway, we're running out of time, but any last word and any last challenge for the young people of the Philippines and especially Southeast Asia?
I think one of the challenge that I would pose to all the listeners is, why not you try not connecting yourself online, but to connect yourself with human relationship for just one day. And that is today. Start to find friends for coffee, start to find friends to talk about things rather than communicating through the internet. I always tell young people that we are so globally connected, but we are disconnected in relationship building. So let us start by building a future of human relationship and connecting with humans than machines, than technologies.
That's a really wonderful last word. Anyway, thank you very much, Delane, for your time and for the Magnum ice cream. And I believe, yeah, of course, we will have more partnership in the future. I believe so.
I definitely will want to run a Voice of the Youth in Singapore, and hopefully we will be able to run this whole program called the Word of the Week, the Wow Week, with Voices of the Youth.
Yes, of course, we will do that. And because we believe that the future is now, and the young people is not just the future, we are also the present. Thank you very much, Elaine, and more power to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.